Hi, everybody. I just want to share my absolute elation for a very brave soul, Julian Assange, who has finally been set free. That is the latest news. I don't know the details surrounding that, what happens next, how it, how it all came to happen and so on and so forth. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to try and speak to those things. What I really want to show is he is the most authentic Uranus, the most authentic Uranus sun aspect soul that I've ever seen. I could sit here talking for hours and hours and hours on what I think he's been through. And the truth of the matter is none of us really know unless we ourselves go through what he went through. But it's safe to say that this guy went through hell for the sake of actually waking people up, speaking to the truth, speaking outside of the consensus reality, and calling all the BS for what it is. That's basically what he did. He's a truth speaker. That's what he is. In a nutshell, he's a truth speaker, and he's paid heavily for it. Now, I've given him Scorpio ascendant, although his documented time gives him Sag rising. Now, I haven't rectified his chart, but I reckon if I do rectify it, it would be Scorpio ascendant. It's just so obvious to me. And quite possibly even this last degree, which is quite a fated degree, an erratic degree, Scorpio. And then, of course, the moon's in Scorpio in the 12th house. And this is a prison. So, it was all in the script to some extent. This soul came into this world to revolutionize and wake people up. And he paid a heavy, heavy price for it. There's a lot to say about him and his journey and his chart. But really, all I wanted to say today for this moment is, even though this is just a 5-minute video or audio, I just want to express I am so elated, so happy that this soul has finally been set free. It's beyond incomprehensible what's actually been done to him. It's so unjust and illegal. It really, really is. But that's what happens to people who have the courage to stand against the status quo and the establishment and expose their false systems and the things they are hiding and lying to humanity about, and so on and so forth. And people like this don't come along often enough. And unfortunately, when they do become, the scapegoat, the set as an example. Look at all the years this guy lost of his life, being with his children, his wife, his family, all of that. We can't even imagine what that is like. But they used him as an example to deter humanity from ever thinking of doing what he did. But the fact of the matter is, with Pluto now in Aquarius, so much more is going to be exposed collectively, so much more. We are just seeing the very beginning of that. And it is quite interesting that his freedom has come while Pluto is in Aquarius, transiting Pluto. Which interesting is it's been approaching his Vesta. So he's got a Mars North Node conjunction in Aquarius. This guy was destined to do what he's done. He's a fighter for freedom, for humanity, and for the truth. And he is one person that has utterly and totally integrated Uranus, squaring his sun, at a personal level. He's done it on an external level with what he's done to free humanity and to expose all the lies. But it takes tremendous courage and insight and understanding and just personal integration of being authentic, because fundamentally Uranus basically leads the path towards authenticity. And this guy was so authentic, but he paid such a big price for it. in a world that's created in a way in order to maintain and control a lot of things. So as I said before, when you go up against the system, they're going to make you pay for it, because they're not going to reward such bravery and such insight and such intelligence and such ability and critical reasoning skills and everything that this guy's got. He's a genius. They're not going to reward that. They're going to do the opposite to deter others from following his footsteps. But anyway, end of the day and bottom line, finally, this, very brave soul is finally free. We don't know what's going to happen next exactly. We'll just have to wait and see. But that's really all I wanted to say today. And the reason I'm jumping on to share this is because I want to demonstrate this is the power of understanding the language of astrology. And this is not even unpacking his chart. This is not even looking at his Babylonian chart. This is not looking at very much at all, except Mars square Uranus and Mars conjunct North Node in Aquarius. And that tells us so much about this story, about this man, about this very brave soul, and what he's been through. And Pluto in Aquarius at the moment, in some way, shape, or form, acting as a catalyst for his freedom. And welcome to the revolution, folks. These are the times of the biggest revolutions that we are just starting to see. So, buckle up your seats and get ready, because there's going to be a lot that's going to happen with Pluto in Aquarius. There's absolutely no doubt about that. There's already so much that's happened. So my heart is just rejoicing. My soul is rejoicing. My heart is rejoicing for this soul, for this man who has been through hell. And now he's free. The next thing that I want to bring up just very quickly, which I won't talk about now, but I'll try and jump on in the next couple of days, hopefully tomorrow. Transiting Venus is squaring the nodes. Now, I think this is a very important passage from a collective level, and our own personal evolutionary journey. And the two most critical factors here are that Venus rules the South Node because she rules Libra. Venus is in Cancer, but she is still invisible everywhere. She is still invisible. Well, let me retract that. I won't say everywhere, because I haven't checked for every location. But for most locations, at the present moment, she is still invisible. So this is a very important imprint from an evolutionary level in terms of our own personal Venusian matters and themes in life, relationships specifically, but also just our own personal identity. And what does all that mean with Venus squaring the nodes? Now, this energy has already started. It's already in play, and it will be there for the next week. So I'll do my best to come back tomorrow. So sending you all so much love, and what a freaking fucking victory, that we've had today with Julian Assange. I am so fucking happy. And sorry for the F words, for those that may take that in a way that it offends you. It's not meant to offend you. It's just a very descriptive word to describe something that one feels very passionate about. And I'm very passionate about freedom, about truth, about justice. And so today we've had a massive victory. See you all soon, sending you much love.